Hello everyone. Welcome to webinar series on CRM 2015 Update 1 features. Myself Yadnesh Kolekar, Senior Consultant, and I will walk you through the new features in this release. One thing, throughout the meeting everyone will be muted. So in case of any questions, you can put it in the chat window and I will answer all of them at the end of the session. Alright. So this is the agenda of the session, introduction to new navigation panel and UI options, understanding redesign import and export capabilities, OneNote integration to CRM, and folder based email tracking. Let's start with improved navigation and UI options. In Spring Update, Microsoft has updated navigation panel with introduction to hamburger menu. It helps user in navigating the system with less scrolling needed. Now users can personalize their system by adding logos or changing color themes, etc. Also, users are now allowed to change color of entity tiles shown in the navigation. Hamburger menu now allows users to access the forms in a better way. Now recently accessed items shows recently accessed views as well as recently accessed records. Hence, as most of the time we only deal with the specific set of views and records, also it helps in CRM a better way. Hence, overall with global recent views with quick create and global search options, navigation to CRM has become much easier. One thing we need to note here is that if you want to migrate the themes from your dev environment to production environment, you will need to export the themes into Excel and import the same back into your target environments. Let's see a quick demo of this. So this is your CRM environment, and if you see, we have, as I have discussed, this is the hamburger menu and this is the top level menu. Now if you see, with less scrolling needed, we can navigate to any of the entity. If you go to service panel, if you go to marketing panel, all entities are accessible right within the same window. No scrolling is needed. Let's go to settings and customizations. In customizations, there is a new option called as themes. So when you see, there will be a default record called as CRM default theme, and if you select the record and click on publish theme, the theme will be published across all the users in the CRM and that theme will be applied. If you see on the top navigation menu, there is on the left side the logo. There will be a logo area. There will be hamburger menu to access the top level navigation. There will be menu to access recently viewed items. If you click on that, you will see the list of views which I accessed recently. Also list of records which I have accessed recently. Also here you will see an option to pin the recently accessed record or to pin the recently accessed views. Once you pin the record, it will always show in your recently accessed menu. Also on the top right, there will be a quick create form, a global search window and advanced find. So right within the same window, you can go to multiple things at the same time. Let's say you want to personalize your CRM by creating a new theme. You can directly go to new theme or you can copy the theme by using the clone option. As I have already done that, I will show you how I have set up my CRM theme. The theme name I have set as anything you can set. I have set it as CloudFronts. The logo I have created as a web resource in CRM, and the logo tooltip will be CloudFronts Technologies. The logo tooltip will be shown on the image which you have shown as a logo. Also, I have updated the top navigation bar to brown. So let's say I am done with the changes and I want to preview how my theme will work. What you can do is either you can publish the theme across all the users if you are sure about your theme, or you can just click on preview. So when you click on preview, your page will be reloaded and the new theme will be applied. But as you are in the preview mode, this theme is still not publicly accessible to all the users. So let's say if you are okay with the theme, you can directly publish the theme, or you can exit the preview, you can change whatever things are needed and then again publish the theme. Let's say for now I am done with the changes. I will just publish the theme. When you publish the theme, the page will again reload and now theme will be accessible to all the users. The same theme will be applied to the environment across the users. Let's check the form navigation enhancement. Let's say I am opening any account. Uh, let's say Fabricum. In this, if you see at the right side, there will be a hamburger menu which allows you to switch between different tabs. As of now, I am at the summary tab. If you want to go to details tab, you can directly switch to details tab. It helps user in many ways, as if your form is complex, having multiple tabs on the form, you can directly use this menu to access the tabs. Also, as I said, you can use your settings. You can use this setting to set the entity tile color, which will be shown in the top navigation menu. Let's move to the next topic. So, so in this, just a minute. Yeah. So in this release, Microsoft has enhanced the import export design dramatically. Let's see one by one. So before going to the new feature, let's talk about current challenges in the export design. Users currently cannot open files in Excel online. Also, downloaded files are in XML or XLS format, and hence every time the user opens a file, it shows a warning message to that user. Also, in current system, all data is treated as text in Excel, and leading zeros are disappear in Excel. For example, you have a numeric column in your CRM that will be treated as text in Excel. Also, if you have order number, let's say 00532, it will be shown as 532 only in your downloaded Excel. Also, now currency column is showing into two columns. Let's see what are the enhancements. In enhanced design, by single click, your file will be automatically downloaded. That is, your export wizard is now gone. Every time all the records from all pages will be exported, and file is always in re-importable format. The format of downloaded Excel will be XLSX, and now CRM accepts XLSX format for import. The width and data types are retained in exported file. Due to XLSX format, now warning message is also gone. Now your Excel sheet actually represents the view name of your CRM view. Now composite columns are also exported as single columns. It means suppose you have a full name column which is a composite column of first name, middle name and last name. It will be exported as single column in CRM. It is recommended that users should not change the display name of a column in exported file, because when we re-import the data back into the CRM using the same file, the CRM uses display name for the mapping purpose. Now the maximum record limit to export is increased from 10,000 to 1 lakh, and the file size limit is also extended to 32 MB. That is, maximum 32 MB file can be imported into CRM. Let's take a look at the table. Your text slash phone option set will be treated as text, and option set also becomes a drop down in a downloaded Excel. Your email URL will be shown as general, your number will be numeric, currency will be shown as number, but you will not be able to see the currency symbol. Your date time or date only field will be treated as date, and you will be also able to see calculated and roll up fields in your downloaded Excel. One thing to note here is that in downloaded Excel, you can make changes in your calculated and roll up fields. But when you try to re-import it back into CRM, that calculated and roll-up field data will not be imported. Also, secure fields are exported in CRM with with the security. That means, suppose if user is not intended to see the any specific data of the field, in exported Excel also the user will not be able to see that data. With this release, Excel Online is now integrated into CRM. This is a massive change in this release. It allows user to perform ad hoc analysis and on the fly calculations. With Excel Online, now bulk edit is possible and it removes need of any third-party integration for any inline editable grids. Now users can import data from Excel Online and data will be imported asynchronously. So below are a few considerations in this feature. It is available for CRM Online version only. Users should have export to Excel privilege to perform these operations. Also, due to some technical limitations, save as option is not available. That is, you will be able to see save as option in Excel Online, but you will see an error message if you try to save. Also, it only works with web client, not on your Outlook or not on your phone. Also, it does not work with unsaved views. For example, if user is trying to create an advanced find view and trying to use this option, user will not be able to see do such operations. For that, what you need to do is you can create your personal views. That is, you can save whatever changes you have done in your advanced find view and then access that personal view. At that point, you will be able to perform this Excel operation. This feature is currently not available for subgrids. Also, it does not allow users to refresh data connections created in Excel Online. The threshold refresh window is set to 5 minutes. It means when users are actually using Excel Online file, the generated online, the file will be refreshed automatically after 5 minutes. And hence, it is always recommended to save your changes before you reach that threshold value. Let's see a demo for this. Let's say I am a salesperson and I go to my own opportunities. Now let's say I earn commission of 20% and I want to see how much commission I have earned till now. So what I will do, I will just go to this view. I will just go to my own opportunities in export to Excel option. Now you will be able to see open in Excel Online. I will just click on this option, and now if you see your file is generated at the current time, and after 5 minutes this file will be refreshed. Also, it is opening in Excel Online and it is right within the same window, that is integrated window. Let's say I have this much revenue. So what I will do, I will use Excel Online capabilities. That is, I will use sum and I will try to add up all the revenue I have earned. Okay. So because of me, my company earned this much revenue and I should get 20% of this. Okay. How much is the 20%? 20% into this. All right. So this much revenue I have earned so far now. Now if you try to update any one opportunities and if you try to re-import it back into CRM, it will throw an error because you cannot close the one opportunities. So okay, I was just doing ad hoc analysis. Now I want to see some good chart options. Okay, what I will do, I, I can perform any operations which are allowed in Excel Online. So okay, I have this much data, I have my potential customer, I have actual revenue. I just want to see how my company is performing and who is my potential customer who is actually giving me a lot of money. Okay, who is this guy? This is a datum corporation. Okay, so what I can do is I can perform any ad hoc operations by creating nice charts with the capabilities of Excel Online. Alright, so I am done with my ad hoc analysis and I don't want to save any changes to CRM. Just click on return to CRM list. Okay, you are done. Your Excel analysis is done. Now suppose let's you want to do some changes in your data. There are two options. Either you directly export this data into Excel by clicking on export to Excel. Just one click and your file will be downloaded. Let's open this file. If you see, the file format is now XLSX. I will open this file. The other way to do so is you can directly go to Excel Online, do the changes, and you can save those changes to CRM. Let's look at the first option. I will enable editing. I will change the estimated revenue of this opportunity to 5,000. Also, I will change the probability to 95, and I will change the rating also to cold. As you see, rating is an option set, hence you will be able to see the drop down. You cannot type anything in the you cannot put anything in your option set. It will throw you an error. All right, I am done with the changes. Now I want to create a new opportunity in this. All right, I will put 10 orders of um, 10 orders of product, let's say J57. The client will be Cloud Technologies, and estimated close date is end of this month, that is 31st 2015. What is the estimated revenue? Revenue will be 15,000. Probability is 95 and is hot. All right. I will save the changes into file. I will close this file. I will click on import data and I will choose that file. Now if you see, the supported file types are XLSX as well, includes XLSX as well. I will select the file, click on next. Submit. I will click on this finish. Till the time your your data is getting imported asynchronously. Let's check the status of that import. You can go to settings, data management, imports. If you see, your opportunities are imported now. It is 758. Let's check the data. I will directly use my recently accessed view, and if you refresh, you have the new record, and at the same time your existing data is now updated as 5095. Also, one thing to note here is that in the downloaded Excel, if you see, you have not got any pop-up. That is, your pop-up is gone. Also, your sheet name is now shown as your view name, and your downloaded data is now in Excel table. If you see, your probability is number, your estimated revenue is also showing as number, and your close date is showing as date. The format of this data is now retained in your Excel as well. Let's say I want to do inline editing. All right, what I will do, I will just go to export to Excel. I will click on open in Excel Online. Now if you see, the generated file is now current time, that is 750. Okay, it is opening in Excel. All right, I will again I am again going to change this value to 23,000. Now probability is 99 and opportunity has become hot. Okay, I want to perform some other operations as well, that is I want to change other data as well. I will change this to 45,000, change the probability to 98 hot. I will change this opportunity to cold, that is, I mean. All right, I am done with the changes. I will just click on save changes to CRM, and your data is now imported back into CRM asynchronously. So you can check your data status, import status right here. If you see, your data is now submitted, you can check your data is now getting passed. Total process record is 3 because we have done changes in 3 records, and your data is now getting imported. Yes, your data import is complete. Let's just refresh the record. If you see, your probability has changed to 98, 99. Also, your ratings are also changed. Let's move to the next topic. Microsoft has integrated OneNote with CRM in this release. So these are the OneNote integration capabilities in CRM. We can have one notebook per record in CRM. Now the notebooks are stored in SharePoint and hence it saves CRM space. The advantage of this feature is that when you save your data in SharePoint, that is when you save your one notebook in SharePoint, it's the SharePoint space is much cheaper than your CRM space. That is, as of now, your SharePoint charges you $0.2 per GB per month. At the same time, for same CRM charges you $10 per GB per user per month. Also the advantage of this feature is that you don't have to directly log in into CRM. You just have to open your OneNote book in your any device, that is OneNote app in your mobile, in your tablet or in your desktop app. When you save the change, when you sync the changes in the OneNote, it will automatically come back into the CRM as well. Also, OneNote tab is now shown in a record activity all that you will be seen in the demo. Below are few considerations. To use this feature, the SharePoint license is needed. The next thing needed is document management. For that, entity should be enabled. Also, SharePoint integration on your environment should be enabled. The OneNote integration option should be enabled for that respective entity. Also, it uses SharePoint native security model and hence CRM security model does not work with OneNote integration. Let's see a quick demo. Before showing you to the OneNote integration, I will walk you through the settings of OneNote integration. In settings, go to document management. In the document management settings, you should be able to see all those entities which are enabled for document management. I have one entity, custom entity called as project, and I have enabled document management for that. Also in OneNote integration, I have enabled the OneNote integration for that entity. You will see this option in your configuration in your solution as OneNote integration and document management for this project entity. Let's see how it works. I'll go to project entity. Let's say we have these many projects and I want to share my current task status with my client. Also, I want to share I want to have collaboration between my team, and I have one centralized location where I can share that data. All right, let's open this record. If you see, OneNote tab is available here. I will click on this tab. If you see, this will list down you your section of your OneNotes, and these sections will be sorted in descending order of the last date modified. If you see, I have mentioned task allocation details, and for that respective task name, I have updated the ETA, task owner, and now I can share this OneNote with anyone you want to. That is your client or your team member, and those can perform right operation. Those can update the OneNote, and that data will be synced back to the CRM. We are using this feature predominantly because we also track our projects in CRM, and we use OneNote to collaborate between our teams and with our clients. Let's move to the next topic. The next topic is folder based email tracking. What does it mean? Now Microsoft allows users to track their emails in CRM based on the Exchange folders they have set up in their mailbox. Users can now directly assign those emails to any record in CRM. And also, if you have any particular rule in CRM in Outlook that moves your email to your that particular folder, that mail will be tracked in CRM. And to track that email, you don't need CRM for Outlook, you don't need any external third-party application. You can directly move your email from your mobile device, and that data will be that email will be tracked into CRM. All right, let's see a demo for this. So before demo, there are a few considerations we need to see for folder-based email tracking. The first is it needs Exchange Online license. The second is server-side synchronization should be set up in the CRM. The folders in email should be present under your inbox folder. Then only you will be able to track those folders in CRM. Also, if you have multiple subfolders in that, that individual subfolder will need to keep track of that into the CRM. Also, folder based tracking should be enabled at the organization level, and we can move the emails from our, as already discussed, we can move the emails from our mobile devices and tracking will be done automatically. All right, let's see a quick demo. I have a mail, and I have created two folders, that is CloudFront Technologies, which is one of our account, and Fourth Coffee, this is also another account. Let's check in CRM. I have account records, and in account I have CloudFront Technologies, I have Fourth Coffee. So suppose I am a salesperson and I am currently handling two accounts, that is the Fourth Coffee and CloudFront Technologies. So whenever any mail comes from our CloudFront Technologies, that should go to this folder, and I want those all mails to track within the same account. So what I have done is I have just created two folders, and either I will update these, I will move these mails directly in the folder manually, or I can set up a rule. I create rule, and I can set up whatever emails coming from this client should be go to should be default go to this folder. Let's check setting in CRM. In email configuration, I have performed server side synchronization for this user, and it is successfully done. In settings also, I have enabled it at the organization level. Let's check email tab. There is an option to use folder level tracking for Exchange folders. As mentioned, server side synchronization must be enabled for this feature. So let's check. Now I have a folder in my inbox. Let's say I will create another folder for any respective account. Let's say uh, Fabricum. Okay, I will create new subfolder Fabricum. Now let's say I want to track all the emails coming from any contact of this person, track into this email address. What I will do is I can create a rule, or I can manually move the emails from my mobile devices or from the Outlook web app or from Outlook desktop app. Let's say I will show you the settings in CRM, how it works. For this particular user, in options, go to email tab. There is an option to configure folder tracking rules. What I will do is, as already mentioned, there are already two folders which I have created, CloudFront Technologies, and another one is Fourth Copy. I have already created mapping for these two, that is whatever mails coming in CloudFront Technologies folder should be tracked in CloudFront Technologies account. Also same for the fourth copy. Let's say I will move this message into fourth copy. Currently I have it in my inbox folder, and fourth copy I have only two messages. So I have a client Nitin Meria, and he is working at fourth coffee company, and I want to track all those mails related to that into fourth coffee. Before that, what I will do is I will create a contact in CRM for that respective person. Last name and account name will be your fourth coffee, and email is save. All right, let's see if I what happens if I move this mail into fourth coffee folder. Okay, I have moved that mail into fourth coffee folder, and it takes little bit time as it is done using server side synchronization. Till that time, what we can check if our new folder has occurred in the mapping or not. Yes, now Fabricum is also added in our folder level exchange folder. I will select this. So this is the regarding of email activity. If I don't select any record in this place, and if I save the mapping, whatever mails coming in Fabricum folder will be an email active will be created for those emails, but the regarding will be set as blank. So in future, if you are a salesperson and if you are not sure to which account or to which contact or to which opportunity we need to track this mail, you can just create email activity, and once you are sure, you can go to that email activity and set the regarding to the respective record. Right? Let's check if we have if that mail has been synced with that fourth coffee account or not. Let's check, go to activities. No, not yet. Okay, we'll wait for some other time. Till the time, let's check if anyone has raised any questions. All right, let's check again. No, it takes a little bit time. So this is the procedure. When we move the folder into the respective folder, your email will be tracked automatically. So one important thing to note here is that you don't need to emphasize, you don't need to depend on your Outlook client, and it also does not need any other installation. It can be used on your device. It can be used using OWA or your tablet more email applications. The users just need to move those folders manually or using email rules to the respective folder, and email will be tracked. So this is helpful for salesperson, as they just have to focus on their work, and email will be tracked automatically. All right, so let's move to the next slide. So in the summary, let's take a look at whatever we have learned so far in this session. Now we can personalize our system with the attractive themes and company logo. With immersive Excel experience, salesperson can increase their productivity by ad hoc analysis and on-the-fly calculations. As with the introduction to Excel Online, inline editable grid is not needed anymore. You can directly use Excel Online to update the records. Also, OneNote integration allows user to work with more collaboration and helps in sharing information very quickly. At the last, folder-based email tracking helps salesperson to focus on their work and emails will be tracked automatically. That's it. Any questions so far? Or if not, then you can, and if you want to contact us in the future, you can visit our site www.cloudfriends.com, or you can send mail to any one of us and we'll get back to you. Any questions so far? Also, as
Hello.
yeah, hello. Right. As mentioned earlier, this is a two-part webinar series, and the next webinar will be scheduled on July 14 at the same time. Please book your calendars accordingly. And also one thing to note here is that by tomorrow end of the day, you will receive the slide deck link and also the presentation. Also, this video will be shared on your our YouTube account. You can access it on YouTube. So this is the agenda for next part, that is the form rendering enhancements, SDK enhancements, CRM for phones and tablets, and CRM for Outlook web app. That's it. Thank you.